In this video, we'll set up a Zap to receive new leads from Parserr, process them through Rebrandly, and send over to Makesbridge. So I have my Zapier account set up here, and I have the Zap URL copied. The link to the Zap will be included with the playbook. So I just paste the Zap URL here, the link to the Zap. It's actually a template which we can use to build our Zap. So here, just click on Try the Zap and open up the Zap editor so we can build um, the Zapier flow using this particular Zap as the template. It'll take a few moments. Okay, so we got everything laid out here. All we need to do is just fill in the blanks, make sure we connect all the apps together, and configure the actions. So the first action, the first trigger we have in here is fetching a new email in Parserr. So we have the app and event that is done already. All you need to do is just choose the required account. So if you don't have the Parserr account set up, you need to connect a new Parserr account. You just need to make sure you get the API credentials from Parserr and put them in here. So my Parserr account is already connected, so I'll move forward. Here's where I need to choose the email message. To set up the trigger. So it's looking for an email message within the account. So I'll choose the email inbox actually. So I chose the email inbox and it'll continue to test the trigger. Once it completes testing, it'll fetch a recent record or a sample record from Parserr. So that is done. You can hit continue. So our next step here is to shorten the URL, shorten a URL link using Rebrandly. So within our Parserr fields, we have a URL link that is very long and it does not meet the standards to add into CRM tools or even marketing tools. So this particular action here shortens the long URL and personalizes it to make sure that it meets the criteria for adding into CRM tools and looks user friendly. So the first thing here is choose your Rebrandly account. Continue. So you need to choose the field which has the URL link, which in this case is the quote URL here. And here we can choose your domain. If you're using the default Rebrandly domain, you would see this one here. If you set up a custom domain, which you can do in Rebrandly, you can choose your custom domain as well from this part here. Okay, so our next step here would be to choose to provide a slash tag. So the slash tag here, you can just leave it empty, or if you want to specify a slash tag for each URL, you could do so by entering it here. It's actually the part at the end of the URL, which appears somewhat like this. So you have your domain, and then there's a slash, and then you have the tag in here. Okay, so moving on to our next step. So we'll click test action. So that is done. Click continue. And here is the last action from this app, which is fetching the record from Parserr and creating a new lead record in Makesbridge, which is the marketing tool. So we have the app and event already. Create, update, and tag contacts. Um, all we need to do is choose the Makesbridge account. So here I'll just choose this account here. Click continue. So here's where you can choose your list. In our previous video, we looked at how we can create a list in Makesbridge. So the first thing you do here is choose your list. So I'll just choose the list that I had created. And if you'd like to apply a tag on the new record that comes in from your data source, you can put in a tag here. You can choose an existing tag, or you could do a custom tag here. So let's say I want to name it as Sash Up Lead. So you just put it in, put the text in here and click enter. So this is the tag that will be applied. The email address here is what we'll fetch from Parserr. So you click show all options and choose the email address here. So in this part here, all we need to do is just do the field mapping. We have the email address, first name, last name, and then there are all the other, you'll have all the other fields in here which you need to map accordingly with the required fields from Parserr. So we have mobile number, there we go. Okay, so coming all the way down here, you can just look for the quote URL field. So we'll just assume that this is the field for the URL. So you just click in here, and in this part you will choose the shortened URL from Rebrandly instead of the URL from Parserr. So here we have the destination URL and the short URL. So this is what you will choose in the URL field, which we shortened from taking the long URL from Parserr, and we shortened it to Rebrandly, and now we have the shortened URL here. All right, so that's how you can map all the fields that we need, and click continue. You'll be presented with a preview, so you can just go ahead and test action. It'll take a while. So the actions were tested successfully. A new contact was sent to Makesbridge. You can see all the fields that you mapped in here. They're looking good. You have the quote URL field too. So once you've done with all the field mapping, you can just go ahead and hit the publish Zap button. So that will publish the Zap, and it'll start taking new leads from Parserr, shortening the URL through Rebrandly, and then passing it over to Makesbridge. Hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching.